Our next guest is the IFA Director with Messe Berlin, and of course our regular guests know very much. This will be our 17th year broadcasting from IFA in September, and we've been saying this for many months. If you have the opportunity, because it is open and available to the public, you need to join us in Berlin. The first week and a half of September, there's so much excitement. We talk more about it on the show every week. But now let me introduce, as I mentioned, the IFA Director, Dirk Koslowski. Dirk, welcome back into tomorrow. How are you, sir?
Fine. Feeling really good, even if New York today is
rainy and dreary.
It's not the loveliest time at the moment.
No, we had a nice day yesterday for the
absolutely.
As we record this, the first day of CE Week, and the second day we all got drenched like wet puppies on our way in. It was fine as we left the hotel.
All together.
Yes, but then we all arrived and we were dripping wet. And it's part of the adventure. Right?
It's a very special experience at the end. It's a team building measurement as we put it.
Yes, especially since I made Julio carry me across the puddles. Because I didn't want to get that wet.
Okay,
but
enough pictures.
Yeah, exactly. Enough pictures in your mind. CE Week, of course, an IFA global event. We've been telling you about that for some time now, and that's why we're here. And all 3 hours of this week's broadcast, all about CE Week and the great exhibitors and speakers and many folks. If you've missed any of this week's show, be sure to hit us up at intotomorrow.com and check out all the videos of all the interviews as well. We're showing you some really cool products that are being announced here during CE Week. Tell me about the relationship with CE Week and IFA, because it wasn't always this way. We used to do it years ago, and we would come to New York and do this show, and then we stopped doing it because, quite frankly, it got boring. They lost a lot of interest. And then you guys got involved, and we're back, because if IFA is involved, and this is not blowing smoke, this is just the truth, we know that you get it right. And this show is in progress. It's growing. You're doing some really unique things. All the exhibitors, and that's how we judge the popularity of a show. Yeah. Are they happy with the networking and retailers that you bring in and people that are here present? And they are. They're very happy having been here. And that's a good sign. They're going to be back next year. Yeah.
Absolutely. So as you know, CE Week is based on the same principles and on the same philosophy like IFA itself.
Yeah.
So we are strictly focused on the retail scenery. So our purpose is to bring together in the most efficient and the most creative and most professional way our partners from the industry, which are trying to promote the newest gadgets in technology and in products, with their retail partners, the equivalent from local markets, from international markets, and as you are surely aware, within North America, within the US, there are not so many shows which are really taking care about the business landscape.
True.
And for this, we are thinking it's a pretty good outpost to reflect this aim and the major philosophy, the major, let's say, point of what IFA stands for.
Yeah.
Means being the most efficient platform for partners. And
great networking opportunities.
Absolutely. As we started yesterday, it's not just about doing business here. It's about a convention style activity, and all the big topics here, which has been launched yesterday and discussed during multiple panels, including 5G, including IoT, including mobility of the future scenarios. All those will be reflected at IFA itself within our IFA Next area, and as you know, that's the innovation area at IFA itself.
And on a much bigger scale too, of course.
Absolutely.
And IFA Next now very involved with Japan, which has been involved, but now there's kind of a special partnership. We talk about some great partnerships, and that's just one of many we're going to quickly discuss.
You're absolutely right. We just announced it couple of weeks ago during our global press conference in Spain, in Andalusia. And the major purpose is quite simple. We try to watch out for some partnerships where either countries or some specific regions can bring in their most brilliant people in terms of their mindsets, the most luminary people.
If entrepreneurs, startups, people, very innovative people.
Absolutely. That's not just the mixture in between startups and research labs and let's say IT giants. It's about the culture to mix up with each other, to discuss and to carve out new solutions. We coined some new wordings for this. We call it co-innovation, and if you're following IFA, hashtag co-innovation, you will find very different approaches on this, and that's what we are really trying to promote, and not just trying, what we are definitely promoting. Doing IFA for the next upcoming seasons as well.
So we can expect to have some great companies and representatives from Japan, among many others, especially at IFA Next, where our broadcast booth is located, thanks to you guys. And it's a perfect opportunity to invite these people. A lot of them are just young entrepreneurs, innovators. The co-innovation hashtag is so appropriate. Another great partner. Oh, yes.
Just one more word according to Japan, because we are really proud. We are really proud. It's our premiere, and for this first premiership or partnership, we of course we thought quite long who would be the appropriate partner.
I'm sure a lot of them wanted to be the partner.
Absolutely, and at the end, it turns out there are not so many societies which are really taking care about elderly people, about the mobility of the future, and of course disaster resilience. And for this, we are quite optimistic to get the right people into our panels for our IFA Plus Summit and our Shift Automotive Convention as well. And that's at the end the point, not just having one single event, one lone standing event within our exhibition area, the IFA Next area. No, we're doing the combination in between speaking panels, some specific topics, and of course exhibition.
Some of the greatest exhibits anywhere in the world, always. And we have been for 17 years now very, very proud to broadcast from IFA, and never at a loss for great guests, because there's so many product ideas. And of course, years ago,
thanks for mentioning this.
Well, it's very true. But years ago, you guys at IFA took the lead in also including appliances, home appliances, because the integration of technology with so many home appliances and IoT, and then other shows went, in the next couple or 3 years, we probably should add those. It took them a while. You guys saw this happening ahead of time.
Yeah, honestly speaking, it used to be a little different story during that times, because most of them, they just smiled and thought, okay, they're going nuts now. Because what has any former radio show to do with home appliences? How do they fit together, etc. In the meantime, this picture changed completely, of course. And they're knowing and they're experiencing now how many advantages we are having, because we can really showcase to a global audience, really truly global. We are having more than 150,000 international business experts at IFA, coming from more than 120 countries, and we are able to showcase to them about the digitalization for consumer products. What does it mean? If you're talking about integration of 5G, what does it mean? Voice control, facial recognition, gesture recognition, etc. pp. Because it's very obvious. Walking our exhibition areas.
And it's funny, back along the lines of adding appliances. What are they, crazy? Then I would hear the same comment from some of these other shows that say, what do you mean they keep adding more exhibit halls? What do you mean they're building more exhibit halls? They don't have enough space. Well, what does that tell you? That they're on to something here, that there is this integration that is so important. And speaking of partnerships, I don't want to forget to ask you about the partnership with Sennheiser. We're wearing and using always on our remote broadcast their Sennheiser Sportscaster headset mics, the best. And now we've got Andreas Sennheiser. I was able to meet and chat with him again at the Global Press Conference. Delightful guy. And now with a special partnership with them.
That's another additional partnership, and that's completely right. Because we watched carefully, even during the last couple of years, how to integrate, how to embed some audio partnerships, because all of our equipment mostly is based on the most professional hardware.
Of course.
And for this, only a few partners used to be able to fulfill all of our requirements, and we are very, very proud and very happy that we could win Sennheiser for this kind of partnership, and that means indeed a global partnership. So we doing different activities together, not just in Berlin. In Berlin, we are serving media people. We are equipping our keynote stage, different other stages, etc. pp. That's fine. But we're doing even some individual concepts and and conventions in China.
Oh, very good. Are they part of CE China as well?
China activities, for example, being part of our IFA Retail University, means promoting the brands and their news and products, and that's what really pays off at the end for both sides. That's a classical, traditional win-win situation. Again, we are very proud.
Wow, and being involved in even more IFA global events, which is really happening. And yes, absolutely, they know what they're doing, and they're expanding dramatically with shows that make a difference, with getting people together, back to that networking. And really quick, speaking of CE China, because that's coming up a week or so after IFA, and we're already tired and jet lagged. The fact is, it's going to be much more to cover. Tell me a little bit real quick about CE China.
Indeed, we just readjusted.
Readjusted. Yes,
readjusted our activities in mainland China. So we are running this show this time for the first time right after IFA, changing also the location, coming from Shenzhen, going now to Guangzhou, one of the most traditional trade show cities in China. And what we're doing there is quite simple and easy. We are trying to promote the news products which we are bringing from IFA, along with our industry clients and partners, to a broad audience of Chinese consumers. So
letting them see all of this co-innovation.
Absolutely, because they have to do their preparations, if it comes down to the retail scenery, as well for the Singles Day, the Double 11 event, which is a huge...
Oh, that's true. That's their big thing.
Retail day in China.
It's kind of imagine Amazon Prime. That's their Amazon Prime Day, right?
Exactly, yeah. And for this, they need some special support, and they need some guidance. And we are hoping, along with the industry, to educate especially retailers in China how to upsell their products according to quality, according some specific features, and that's a huge task. We have to admit, but at the end, it's fun because that's why we're doing this. We love to do trade shows, and China is surely one of our favorites as well.
And if anyone can help anyone else in the world learn how to network and learn how to work together and co-innovate, then it would be hashtag co-innovate. It would be, of course, you and your IFA team. So congrats on the continued growth and the excitement that gets built up, because there's so many cool things to deal with. So thank you for also joining us here and allowing us to be here once again.
Thank you for being such a great ambassador for Sennheiser as well.
Well, it's yes, remind Andreas.
Will do.
Yes, indeed. Dirk is, of course, the IFA Director. You can get more information, ifa-berlin.com. You hear us talk about that website on every show, every week, because it's certainly our favorite remote broadcast anywhere in the world. And as regular listeners, you know that you hear a lot about the cool stuff coming from IFA. And it'll happen again first couple of weeks in September, so you want to stay tuned for that. Be sure to visit us for all the videos as well as the radio interviews from CE Week here in New York City. Meantime, I'm Dave Graveline, back with more Into Tomorrow here on the Advanced Media Network.